Welcome back. This is the Excuse Me Brother podcast. What's your host for right now, tonight, Brother Tay, and I'm joined by
Producer J
and Brother Zay.
Yeah, our new incomer for now from the video game for our video game podcast loading up that you should all go listen to, where I look lost and everything goes right.
Yes. This was supposed to be my solo episode, but then everybody just decided to join in. So
you should have said something. I definitely would be out in the backyard doing things I should not be doing. Just completely acting up and being a menace to society like normal.
It is what it is.
You just didn't want me to get arrested. I understand, but it will happen again.
I'm looking out for you.
There's nothing to stop.
I'm looking out for you, Tay.
Stop it. Stop it now.
So we are gonna talk about the hot topic. I guess it's always a hot topic, the MCU. But
which
specifically,
is also, you can buy their products in Hot Topic.
Yes, there you go. Nice. I wish we had a sponsor for them because that would have been perfect. But
I know, you're getting free money now.
But yes, we're going to be talking about Phase 4 in particular, and we're going to be ranking all Phase 4 projects, but we're going to separate the movies from the shows because I feel like it's a little bit more fair that way. Just because the shows are formatted differently than movies, so you experience them different. So it's better to just compare them. And I guess we can include the specials in the shows, right? Because it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
You can't escape the Disney.
You cannot.
It runs your life.
Disney will rule all eventually.
But
when it combines with Coke and Pepsi, when it combines with Pepsi and it becomes its own thing.
No,
I forgot.
When Disney buys Apple, then it's over.
They have the money.
They really do.
I forgot. I was watching something and I forgot, like, something happened in the future, and it was like America changed once President Disney, Time Warner, Pepsi became president. And I was like, wait, what?
Did The Simpsons predict that?
No, I was not watching The Simpsons. I wish I could tell you what I was watching on. It was definitely on YouTube. So, and I remember just being like, okay.
Before we get into like the actual ranking and our feelings towards each stuff, I know, Brother Zay, you didn't see Black Panther.
Unfortunately, no.
A shame. You should do whatever you can. I know you had stuff going on.
It was a family emergency issue. I couldn't go see it, so unfortunately I still haven't been able to see it. But I do want to see it and wish to see it, and I refuse to watch it any other way besides the theater.
I was gonna say, I mean, if you really want to see it, there are.
I mean, there are absolutely ways, but no, we will not disrespect Black Panther 2 like that.
All right, so then do you know what happens? Because I find it incredibly hard to believe that you just went without spoilers.
I am spoiler free.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, I blocked everything.
You ignore no social media, you won't find any spoilers.
No, I can't stay away. That's my problem.
Yeah, because all your social media is that.
It is all Marvel and stuff.
Well, that's me too, but I just blocked those keywords and then I don't see nothing. I obviously know who the new Black Panther is. I know the theme of grief. Right. You know, I understand that. I think grief is the theme of the whole Marvel Phase 4.
I was going to say
it absolutely is. Honestly.
It has to be. You know, especially ending on such a powerful movie as Black Panther 2. So
yeah, no, they chose the right one to cap it off.
It was a great. I don't know. Can't say nothing much, but
yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be hard for me and Tay to.
Don't worry about spoilers for me. It is my fault. It is my fault. At the end of the day, that I haven't gone to see it yet, and I deserve the backlash from that. So if you do hear a spoiler, I'm not gonna blame you guys. I'm gonna blame myself. So we're good.
Oh no, I'm just saying when you do get to see it, I want to say the first 10 minutes, it's very beautiful, and you might cry. You might get a tear.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah,
There are gonna be tears.
they almost got me a few times. I'm not gonna lie.
Almost got you.
Almost.
They got one tear out of me in the beginning, and they got a lot more tears at the ending. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no, the ending, that was where it hit me the most. But I was able to keep my composure. It was hard though.
Fucking composure.
It was hard.
I ain't trying to press nobody on these streets.
We crying.
I'm not shaming anybody who cried. Like, I was right there with you, but
are you not crying? You had a whole wife. Get your shit together.
I'm surprised I didn't cry too, but I was so close. If they especially on the post credit scene, if they lingered on that a little bit longer, they probably would have had me. But not gonna get into too many details there.
Let's start it. So which one do you want to do first? Do you want to do the TV shows or you want to do the movies?
Oh, one more thing. Did you guys see the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer?
Of course.
I did not. I avoid all movie trailers now.
Oh man.
So I'm kind of with Brother Tay on this because I usually watch just one trailer for every movie and or video game, anything. I'll watch one trailer, and then I will watch nothing else from it because I don't want any details at all. I want to be awed and then just wait for the actual thing to come out. I don't want to see too many things.
Here's the thing that I realize now is that with some of these trailers coming out, especially on YouTube and anything else now, some of the trailers are too long and give me too much information that I can figure it out. I can figure it out very quickly.
That's true.
Like,
that's very true.
I think the last trailer I watched was two trailers. The last two trailers I watched, one was the Black Panther movie, Wakanda Forever, and then it was like a horror movie. And then after they did the whole trailer, I was like, I don't need to watch the movie.
Yeah, no, horror movies are notorious for like just giving away everything. It's ridiculous.
At a certain point, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. I'm just whatever. Like whenever I want to go see a movie, I'm going to look at the theaters and see what's out because I know what comes out, and I'm be like, all right, cool. I'm going to go see that. No trailers, and let's keep it pushing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not everything. I'm not too big on trailers either. I usually watch like the teaser because I feel like the teaser is good enough where like they don't give a lot, but like the trailer is where they try to like tell what the story is going to be about, and like you said, sometimes they give a lot away. Which, speaking of the Guardians one, I feel like they outline the fact that this is the end of the Guardians because this is the last movie that James Gunn is going to make, and I'm pretty sure this is the last one that most of the cast is going to be in. Whether they survive or not, they're not going to be in a next one. At least not together.
At least not a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, movie, it'll probably be in other movies, but not Guardians. Or maybe they will do a Guardians 4, but it's not going to be with James Gunn. They're going to have somebody else do it, which I hope they do.
Disney is going to beat that cash cow.
I honestly, if I see it, I don't think they'll do another like combined movie, but I think they will always show up. Like, Chris Pratt is too popular not to give him another movie, as he does the Mario movie. He had
freaking 2 huge trailers in 1 week. He had the Guardians and Mario.
Yeah,
I know. I saw that showed up on a commercial for a Mario trailer, and I turned off. I was like, nope.
That one you really don't have to worry about getting spoiled for. It's friggin' Mario.
Yeah, I know, but I
already watched the second Mario trailer.
I watched the second one.
There's 2. That's worse.
Yeah.
I want to be surprised by. I already know like most of the voice cast and everything. I just want to be surprised when I hear it, when I forget all over again, because I will forget.
I look at trailers as a way to see if I really want to see it or not. Because like the idea of a movie can be good, but if the trailer is not entertaining, then I'm just be like, why am I wasting my time?
True. Oh, just as a heads up, if you keep seeing me, I'm turning away. I have my two pet dogs, or my children as I call them in the chats. One's being very ranted and destructive.
It's all good.
He's under me. He's under me right now, crying at the door.
I remember one of the episodes that we did over the summer. You were talking to your dog, and I thought you were talking to me. You were like, "Get out the corner."
He was like,
and I was like, "What?"
He was in the corner, like trying to eat something. I'm like, "No, stop! Stop trying to eat trash."
All right. Well, so let's start with the. Well, what actually came first? It was
Lord help.
WandaVision, right? That came first, right?
I believe so.
That was the first of Phase 4.
The
Okay, so
very
then
first,
we'll
yeah.
start with the shows because it started
Okay.
off with a show.
All right, let's do
So
it.
let's do it in reverse order. Let's start from worst to best because I feel like that's easier. So what would you say? Well, let me count. How many?
Let's give
Well,
for the audience the list of the
Yeah,
shows.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
look up.
I was like,
Okay.
you probably tell us the show's list. Lord knows I don't remember none of them.
Let's see, Phase 4 shows. I probably should have had this beforehand, but you know.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I've also been
same.
trying to look it up, and I'm not getting a very good list.
It's because
They're telling me
they show
I would.
everything together. That's why it's hard.
Nah,
Yeah, it's
it's
like the
this.
whole ensemble of
Nah,
everything
this
all
list is
together.
so bad. They're like Black Panther: Wakanda Forever came out July
All right.
5th. And I was like, you are clearly wrong.
All right. So we have in release order, we have WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk. And if we're including the specials, we also have Werewolf by Night and Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which just released like a week ago.
I was gonna say that just came out.
It just came out, yeah.
Yeah.
So what out of all those things, what is your least favorite?
I want to say but I haven't seen all of the TV shows. Just as a heads up right now.
Okay.
But I want to know out of all the shows I did see, I think the least one I didn't like the most that I wasn't really able to finish was it was actually She-Hulk, unfortunately.
Okay.
And it wasn't because like the series, it wasn't the writing or anything. It was like the last 2 to 3 episodes that it kind of just didn't get interesting to me, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this, and did not go back.
Fair enough. I mean, I feel like a lot of people kind of fell off with that one. That I think with that in particular, they thought it was going to be something that it wasn't, and they judged it accordingly, which I feel like is not fair.
No, I went into it. I didn't look. You know me. I told you I don't look at any trailers. Whatever commercials I catch of it. But I don't go looking out for anything.
Right.
But like I started She-Hulk. I was like doing all random shows, and I started it, and then like after a few episodes, I was like, okay. And then a few more episodes, I was like, I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah.
Because my attention span was like, I can go watch more. I can go watch better stuff. And also, anime came out, so I was already gone.
Okay.
I was like, what came out? All right, click.
All right, so Brother Zay, what's your least favorite?
Oh man, my least favorite has to be, and they're very close. They're also close because I like them all. It's between Hawkeye and Miss Marvel.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
that's actually very surprising.
But they're really close.
Right, so
they're not very far.
What did you not like?
Those two I didn't watch. Did I just get lucky? Those are just the two I didn't watch. I just got lucky.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Let's fucking go.
So what about? All right, so then you have to pick one.
I have to pick one.
Yes,
pressure, pressure.
Which one did you like the least of those two?
Hawkeye.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah,
you didn't like Hawkeye? Okay, I feel like that's fair because I wouldn't say Hawkeye is the worst one, but I can see why people didn't really like it. I liked it more of the fact that it was like a holiday themed type show. So and it released around the holidays, so I got into the spirit of that aspect of it.
I mean, if that's the case, a lot of them are holiday shows then.
No, they're not.
Well, you think you got Hawkeye. Well, I guess not. I mean, I guess just the time and day were released. But I'm also thinking of the Star Wars stuff. I got to get them out of my head because when I think of Disney shows, I'm thinking of Star Wars as well. And we're on Marvel. Yeah, we're on Marvel.
We're just
that's
Marvel.
how bad it's got you. That's how bad it got you.
Hooked, brother, hooked.
I mean, we can do that
another
episode.
For me, so for me, it's definitely Hawkeye.
Okay, Hawkeye. All right, that's fair. So my least favorite one, I want to say, and I really wanted to like this one, but for whatever reason, it just didn't. I don't know. It didn't hook me. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I wanted to like it. The trailers made it look cool. The first episode was really good, but I felt like the story that they wanted to tell it kind of fell flat, in my opinion.
Can I say something? Because I think
no, you can't.
I know. Okay. I think I know why, and I think it's because
you're racist. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's because during filming, they were going to do the whole show about a virus coming in and messing up the economy, and then of course COVID hit, and they're like, "No, we can't do that anymore. COVID's a thing." They switched up mid-filming, mid-writing. They had to rewrite, and they had to reshoot a lot of things. So it kind of made it all convoluted, and it was just a little messed up. So
that's great.
I agree with you simply because of that. I feel like if they would have kept that original script, the original writing, the original story that they had, it probably would have been better. But I see why they kicked it, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely I heard that stuff too. And if that was the case, which I don't think it's been confirmed, it's just kind of been like hearsay, like that's what it was supposed to be. But if that's the case, then I'm willing to give it like the benefit of the doubt. But based on what I saw compared to the other shows, it didn't excite me as much as the other ones.
Oh yeah.
So
I understand.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of hope that rumor is true because, like, and I really wish, and if it was true, I really want them to just release it as a lost season, just to see it.
It's like now that COVID's over with,
they could do a what if.
Yes, do a what
if.
Oh man, that's TV music. That's TV magic timing. Because like the only time I think of that ever happening was I think it was WWE when they had like a Muslim superstar coming with like a group that wore masks, and then like 2 months later, 9/11 happened, and they're like, "Well, getting rid of that timeline. That man is, and we're gonna have to fire this guy. We're not doing this."
Yes, no, I definitely remember that was Muhammad Hassan.
Brother Zay, how dare you have fucking over here having service?
Damn, I was trying not to pay attention, but
because we're gonna see this. Might as well just bring it. It's funny.
Oh yeah, bring it in.
Only thing missing was the snap. Like, hey, water,
get back here.
I muted the mic and everything. I was like, they can't hear me right now. Pass me this.
Right.
Just looks like snap. Let's go.
All right, so those are our number 10s. So I'm gonna assume for you, Brother Zay, that number 9 is Miss Marvel.
No.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know.
You said those were your bottom 2. How could?
Yes, I know, but hear me out. They're all so close. Like I'm talking about, like it's not even a full point or anything for me. Because I like them all, but just not enough to where it's like, all right, this was so trash, I have to put it like 3 points down or something. So it would be Falcon and the Winter Soldier is next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, why did you choose that one?
Mostly for the same reasons. You know, I felt like the first couple episodes was really good. You know, Sam taking up the mantle toward the end and making it his own with the shield. I did like that part. Yeah, like that was really powerful, especially his speech at the end. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he's standing there in front of the cameras, in front of all the white people, and just preaching. It was really good. But I think as a whole, compared to the other shows, it just didn't stand up that well. So it would definitely be Falcon and Winter Soldier is next for me.
Gotcha.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Brother Tay?
Just standing up in front of the white people. Sorry. I guess number 9 again, since I didn't watch a lot of these. I gotta go with I think I'm gonna have to go with Hawkeye.
Okay.
Just an idea. Just wasn't that. I
just wasn't interested in it too much.
No, I wasn't enjoying. Like I tried my best,
You ain't missed nothing.
Yeah, honestly, of all the shows in terms of like their effect on the whole MCU, Hawkeye is the least important, I would say.
It was more personal for Hawkeye. You know, it was more personal for him than anything else.
It did introduce Kate Bishop, but that's about it. And well, I mean, it's been a year already, right? If you haven't seen
it's
it,
fine.
all right.
It's fine.
They introduced Kingpin, and he's gonna be in the new Daredevil show. So aside from those two things, like you said, it was mostly about Hawkeye. So if you really didn't care for him throughout the whole MCU saga, then it's not really anything special.
I'm sure the Hawkeye fans enjoyed the show. I could care less about it.
So for my number 9, I'm gonna choose Hawkeye as well.
I didn't know we were gonna do all shows. That's crazy.
So I mean, for the same reasons, like I just said, it's mostly about Hawkeye. I'm not really a big fan of him. I did enjoy it for the fact that it was like a Christmas story, but aside from that, like I wouldn't watch it outside of the Christmas season. So yeah, and I really can't say anybody should watch it because, like I said, nothing really came from it aside from Kate Bishop and Kingpin. So moving on, I'll start off this next one.
Okay.
So my number 8 is I'm gonna say Werewolf by Night.
Okay.
So for the same reasons why I chose Hawkeye, as of right now, it doesn't really serve any purpose outside of itself. It's a neat little story if you want to watch on like a scary movie binge type thing. It's more of a classical scary movie than anything. So
it's so terrible. Got it. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like old school scary tactics or whatever. So if you're not really a fan of like the classic scary movies, I'm talking about classic like 50s, 60s type.
Yeah, I was thinking like Psycho.
Yeah, those type of old school stuff. If you're not a fan of that, then I wouldn't even bother. But it's a nice little trip if you want to just kill an hour.
I have to agree with you. I didn't like it at all.
You didn't like it at all? All right.
Nah.
I didn't even see it in this house, but
it's okay. It's nothing spectacular, but it's neat.
I don't even think it has any ties to any of the movies.
As of right now, no, it doesn't have any ties to anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will eventually. That's what all these things eventually do.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it if they didn't have plans for it to be something later on. Maybe like an Easter egg.
Shows up in the corner like, you guys need something?
Tay, you choosing that one as well?
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't see it, so.
Okay. All right, so then you can start off the next one. What's your number 7?
Number 7... I guess, like, again, I didn't really see this one either, so I gotta go with Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel?
Yeah, mostly because, like, this is all going off what I heard from people, like, on TikTok and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No one liked it. Like, if anything, it probably should be lower, because, like, again, I didn't see this one either. So.
I mean.
I can't give you any critiques about it. I'm sure you can give me critiques about it and be like, this is why you should watch it. And then I'll be like, sure, and not watch it.
I mean, without giving too much away, it does play a major role going forward.
Movie? I'm sure it does.
In the MCU. Mostly towards the end. But I feel like, in terms of, like, representation of, like, superheroes, I feel like it does a good job of showing the culture side of the MCU that you really don't get to see because every freaking superhero is a white guy.
Except one. Literally, except for one.
No, I mean there's a few that aren't white. But...
No, I'm saying of the major movies, all the guys, all of them are white, literally except for one hero.
Yeah.
That comes from Africa.
And he died.
Damn.
Rest in peace, Chadwick. I'm so sorry.
Damn, you had to say it like that.
Sorry.
That was disrespectful.
I'm supposed to be the one that makes those type of jokes. You can't be stealing my thunder.
I can't steal your thunder like that. I gotta ask for
I'm supposed to be rude.
Okay, Brother Zay.
Can't hang out with you no more.
It definitely has to be Miss Marvel as well.
Wow.
Yeah. I the thing is I liked it. Like I said, I like all the shows.
Yeah, I think we
it's
should.
hard to rank them.
Yeah.
So I let's just preface this. Like I really like all the shows.
I do like all the
sitting
shows
down.
as well.
I watch them week to week. As soon as they come on, I'll sit there on my lunch break and I'll watch them. You know, I don't even wait till I get home. You know,
you watch these shows like I watch anime.
Exactly. So I want to preface that I like all these shows, but when you're putting them in a ranking system, they're so close together. You gotta put them somewhere. So Miss Marvel goes there. But you are right. The cultural impact for Miss Marvel was really great. You know, it was good to see Kamala Khan on the big screen, so to say. You know, it's not really a big screen, but big screen. You know,
close enough.
Exactly.
Close enough for now.
Yeah, because we all know she's going to be
in the Marvels.
In the Marvels movies with Monica Rambeau and
Captain Marvel,
Carol Danvers. Yeah, so it's gonna be great to see in the big screen,
right?
And it does do a good job.
Okay, fair enough. So my number 7 is as much as I enjoyed it, for the same reasons that I didn't really like Hawkeye. And although I would say it is better than Hawkeye, which is why I'm ranking it higher. The Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. It was a fun little movie or special. It was like 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
It was a nice, quick, funny romp that was like just like a little side story that, you know, if you don't know what to watch, just put that on in the background and yeah. But it really doesn't like add anything to the MCU as a whole, but it's still a fun show, but I can't really rank it higher than the other ones.
I didn't know we were going to include that one, so I want to change mine.
I told you to include the specials.
Because just show. I was just
it's a special.
Yeah, it just came out. You know, we just seen it, but it's like
it has. I want you to know it has to be added.
The fact that you forgot about it should show that
it shows you where it's at on the list, right?
Yeah, it has to be added mostly because he said 10, and I had to go back and count. I was like 10.
Yeah. How many are there?
If you want to make changes to your list,
all right. It was just those two. We'll flip them. That's it.
So Miss Marvel and Holiday. So then your number 6 is Miss Marvel. Then
there you go. Perfect. See, he got it.
All right. Tay.
6. I'm gonna put the holiday special. Okay. Mostly because I like to laugh more than anything.
Okay.
If a show or movie can make me laugh, then I'm most likely gonna stick to it.
Fair enough. I'm gonna give my number 6 to She-Hulk. Yeah, because as much as I was entertained by it, I'm not a big fan of law shows in general. So that aspect didn't really speak to me, and I liked it because it was funny. It had some interesting stories, and it introduced Daredevil and the whole. You seen it, Tay? Well, you said you saw it, but yeah,
I saw it, but like some things got in the way, and I didn't get to finish it. Honestly, if I could change the list, if I could go back and change it, I put She-Hulk higher now. Probably higher than most of the things we talked about today.
It's all good.
So I would say She-Hulk was only good for me simply because of the way they did it. The comic accuracy was really well done, you know. And then at the end when they introduced the Kevin,
it was the 4-4 breaking.
Yes, it was perfect the way they did it.
Yeah.
The only thing that could have been more perfect with that is if Daredevil was there.
Yeah,
that's the only way it could have been even better. But other than that, I thought it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, overall I enjoyed it, but compared to the other ones, that's where I put it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This before we move on, when Jeremy was like, "What was your worst?" I thought we were just gonna talk about what we thought our worst ones we watched, and then what our favorite ones were gonna be.
Oh, and
they go into the movies. I think we're gonna rank all the TV shows. I was like, "Well, I fucked up." I was like, my rankings are now bad. I was like, I didn't mean. I was like, She-Hulk's not the worst one. It's like, too late now. It's at 10. I fucked up. I can't. I'm sorry, ma'am. Forgive me.
Okay. So I'll start with my number 5. I'm gonna put What If at number 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now, again, I feel like I have to keep saying this after everyone. I did enjoy it. It was a good show. And
you don't have to say it.
I like.
Just let you know.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a whack show. No, I'm kidding. No, it was good. God. It was good.
I hated it.
I liked the concept. Obviously, just the what if scenarios where you take different heroes and characters and just put them in a situation that didn't happen and see how it play out. I didn't like the fact that they all kind of came together at the end. At least I don't like the way they did it. Like, I feel like it was kind of a cop out. Why these particular people of the infinite universes to stop? What was it? Ultravision? Is that what his name was?
It's Ultron.
Yeah, it's Ultron.
Ultron Vision. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's Ultron.
It's just Ultron.
It was Ultron. It's Ultron, and if you didn't see, it's Ultron and Vision's body.
Yeah.
It's Ultron. Just
how he was supposed to be, or what he intended.
Exactly.
So yeah, like they chose of all people, freaking Killmonger. We got Gamora, Party Thor. Like, it just seemed like a ragtag group, and I get that was cool.
That was supposed to be that way.
Yeah, but
by design,
it didn't
think that they were gonna fail in the first place.
I don't know. It just felt very like, and it's really weird to say this because it's freaking Marvel. Like, it felt unrealistic in a way. That sounds really ridiculous to say.
You know, they had Black Panther, who Chadwick as
Star-Lord. Yeah,
Star-Lord. Like, of course, it's unrealistic.
You want the honest truth? I felt like the way they did it. I felt like they did all of that, and when they put it all together, they're like, okay, since everyone got to the ending of this episode and watched that whole season, we probably should just bring them all together and see what.
I felt like they should have. If they were gonna do that, they probably should have done more. But granted, this was like an experiment type, whatever. All these initial shows are an experiment per se.
Yeah, like, you gotta remember that.
I also like to think that if What If could have continued, or can continue, let's say What If does a season 2, right?
It is doing a season 2.
Yeah,
I think it is.
They can just do another What If about the exact same scenario with different characters.
Yeah,
from different universes,
perhaps,
and have a completely different, outtake. Because it's what if that didn't work and you had to do it again?
Literally, the only thing that can't happen is what if is like them killing the whole universe. That's the only thing that can't happen.
I will say my favorite episode of all of them was the zombies episode.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
I like that just because I just like zombies in general. And I'm so glad that they're actually doing a zombies spin-off on its own.
Yeah,
that's going to be rated TVMA, so there's going to be gore and cursing.
Good.
So I'm excited for that.
Well, there'll be like one F-bomb probably. But, it's still Disney.
17. They shocked you. It's 5, actually.
So what are your guys'
and an S-bomb.
Brother Zay?
It would have to be She-Hulk.
These nuts.
Hey, why do you put She-Hulk there?
I liked it, but I think there's still more to come that's better than it. It was good for what it was. I think people misunderstood it and people prejudged it simply because it was,
I think
She-Hulk.
Social media.
Yeah,
honestly,
a lot of social media crap.
I feel like social media did not help that show at all. Honestly,
yeah. I mean, people were just hating on it off the first episode. She took control of her powers instantly, and everybody was on. All the dude bros were like, "This is unfair to Hulk," and I was just like, "No."
Yeah,
it was the way they did it was fine.
I'm not gonna lie to you. They had one clip was going popular on TikTok. It was like She-Hulk talking about you don't know what it feels like to Hulk, and everyone's like, "How you gonna tell Hulk?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, dude!" There was so many videos of it.
Yeah, no, I did like that aspect that they kind of preemptively knew how the people were gonna react to the show, and then called them out in the show.
In the show, yeah.
That's genius level
That's
Yeah.
writing.
good. That's good
That's Kevin
writing.
Feige for you.
Yeah.
He knows what he does. That's right.
So Tay, what's your number 5?
So technically, my number 5 would be She-Hulk if I knew we were gonna do all of this. But since the one that's gonna be right under it now, the true 5 is She-Hulk. But the number we're gonna put here is gonna be movie night. Fuck, Moon Knight.
You said you didn't watch that one though.
I did not, but it was the only one I didn't rank that I did. That's what I'm saying. It would be much lower, but I forgot about it till now.
Okay.
I looked at the list. I was like, oh shit, I didn't put this on this. This shit was trash.
All right. Well, we
I
can.
want to tell you the truth. I saw a little bit parts of that, and I literally was like, "No, this trash." No,
Damn.
my mind was like, this is something I can't do." I don't have a lot of pride, but I have enough.
All right. So then, what's your number 4? We'll go right into it.
Number 4, I'm gonna give it to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Really?
Mostly, mostly as a personal thing. I like how the story they were going. I like the story. I like both stories. I mostly just like the actors.
Okay.
Like the actors gave it as much as they can. So like just the way I'm a person, like if I can see like how hard they're really trying, I'm more to give it more of a lead way and to keep watching it. That's how I felt about it. Like I knew like some parts of the story made no sense to me, and some parts were like there were clearly some issues with something, camera work or editing wise.
Oh
But
yeah.
I was like, I gotta respect that I gotta respect that. Like even though I see the errors, I can respect that they really gave it 100% as much as they could about it.
They did the best they could with what they were given.
Yeah.
Especially during the pandemic and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of we forget that the pandemic really affected a lot of our entertainment aspects
It did.
between gaming and movies and TV shows. It affected a lot.
Yeah, a lot of things that we probably thought would happen was put on hold, and that's why I gave it a little more. I was like, I understand a little more about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Brother Zay, did you go? Number 4?
I didn't.
All right, go.
It's gonna be Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, number 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moon Knight, number 4.
Why is that?
I really liked it, and I loved especially for me because I loved all of the Egyptian aspects of it.
Right.
Especially back in school, I studied a lot of Egyptian history and Egyptian culture. I learned hieroglyphics and had the whole alphabet and everything. Like I brought a special ruler that had like the hieroglyphics on it, matching with our alphabet, and I would try and read hieroglyphics. It was weird time in my life. Um, so like seeing that culture rise up in Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
was really cool. So again, this is number 4. This is really good.
That's it's up
yeah,
there.
This is top 4. So I liked it a lot, and that's where I'll put it.
Okay, good choice. So my number 4 would be Miss Marvel. And I kind of already went through about what I liked about it. I like the representation. I also like Kamala herself. I felt like her acting. I forget her name. Iman Vellani, I think it is.
Yes, I think you got it right.
She was like perfectly casted. Like I thought.
She was.
I remember when I first saw like a set photo with her in the costume. I was like, nah, I don't know how I feel about that. But her acting itself was just it gave life to that character, and that's mainly what I liked about it, and how she landed her jokes. It felt like she wasn't reading a script, and that's it's really hard to pull off, especially I think this is her first acting role, if I'm not mistaken. So
but also it helps because she's a big Marvel fan herself.
That's another reason. So
she's a big Marvel fan. That helps. If you're a Marvel fan and you know like the history of it, and then you get casted in a Marvel show or a Marvel movie, that's your dream come true. You're gonna be on top of your game,
right?
And she proved that.
Yeah, she did. Okay, so I'll just jump into my number 3, and that is gonna be WandaVision. So my number 3 is WandaVision because it was a great start to the Phase 4. after we got like what a year long drought where Phase 4 was supposed to start. I think it was supposed to start in 2020, but then COVID. Yeah, no, that was like I like the mystery aspect of it. Like each week we were trying to figure out more and more about the story, like what was going on, what was Wanda doing, and like is she the villain, is she the hero, or like what was going on, who was behind the scenes pulling the strings, all that. And when it all came together, I felt like it was just like the I don't want to say it's perfect, but it was like a good gradual transition. And the ending, like, you want to talk about endings that made me cry. That made me cry.
Really?
Yeah, when she had to say goodbye not only to her
Oh
kid
yeah, yeah,
but to
yeah.
Vision.
Yeah.
And Vision's, what was his line? That freaking, it blew my mind when he said it. What was it? It was what is grief if not love persevering? I thought that was A1 writing. I could not come up with something. I don't think anybody has ever come up with something more like profound. Like it made you think. I was like, yo, that is deep.
I mean, it's Vision. What did you expect? No,
I mean, for a synthezoid, he knows a lot about human emotion.
yeah,
Disrespectful.
But yeah, so WandaVision's my number 3. Tayshawn, what's your number 3?
Oh, honestly, my number 3 is actually Loki.
Loki. Okay.
I thought Loki. I'm only putting it at number 3 because like the top two ones I love to death, like spectacularly.
Right.
But Loki was a fantastic show. It was greatly written, had great moments. It surprised me a lot with a lot of things they did. Honestly, I would watch Loki again, but I thought Loki was a spectacular show. But I just love I love the top two a little more. That's why it's at 3.
Got you. Brother Zay?
It's gonna be What If for me.
What If is number 3. Okay.
Yeah, What If is number 3.
That's very high up.
Yeah, I really loved What If. I really did. Yeah, I mean, it was perfect. The fact that it was animated,
right,
means that they can do so much more than just having live action stuff.
True.
And it was really good. I really liked it. I know the ending upset some people. How they came together, and
it upset me.
Exactly.
Clearly.
I know it upsetted you.
It didn't upset me. It didn't upset me. I just thought they could have done it better.
I still liked it, but I think there's a couple better shows than What If, so I'll keep it at 3.
Okay. All right. So then you want to just go into your number 2?
Yes. My number 2 is WandaVision.
Yeah.
WandaVision. I gave it a chance because the first couple episodes, I was like, what is this? Yeah. What's going on? Like the rest of the world, but I stuck through it. Everybody's like, no, I'm not watching this. It's junk. I'm like, no, you have to watch it. And then what it turned out to be, the ending and the implications for, future projects, exactly. Yeah. It tying directly into, Doctor Strange 2 was, like everything about it, I felt was just really good.
Gotcha. Brother Tay?
Number 2 is mine's is What If.
What If is number 2? Damn, you guys really like What If.
You need to understand. There's two reasons. One, I'm a big fan of animated things, so like when it was animated, I already loved it to begin with. And following the story with Chad Bowick voicing,
that was his last role.
T'Challa becoming Star-Lord. Killmonger, Iron Man, like all the separate stories, I thoroughly enjoyed, and I loved how far they took it. The ending was like, I know you didn't really enjoy the ending. The ending was okay to me. I thought it was fine enough, just to keep it pushing, like just to be like, we got to sew this up somehow,
right?
And I thought all the like even from my favorite one, the 3 favorite ones was like definitely Killmonger, T'Challa, and then Doctor Strange losing his fucking mind. It was fucking great.
That was actually, that was also another good one, the Doctor Strange one.
Yeah, I loved all the short stories. I loved. The only one I probably did like the most was Party Thor, but I still enjoyed it to a sense because it was funny.
Right.
But like I loved every like little story that came out. That's why I have it that high.
Okay, that's a good choice for number 2. So I'll give my number 2, which is, and this one was very hard because my number 1 and number 2, like I could literally interchange them. That's how much I like them. But if I had to choose one, I would choose Moon Knight as my number 2. Mostly because I freaking love Oscar Isaac, and he knocked it out of the park.
Oh yeah.
And it cemented how good he was, because I remember reading interviews where he was hesitant to join the MCU because he thought, like, he wanted to be, he didn't want to be typecast, he didn't want to be in the, like, the he felt like it was, I don't want to say he thought it was beneath him, but he thought, he didn't think much of like MCU and superhero movies in general. And I think he was kind of sour grapes because of the whole Star Wars thing, because he thought he was gonna have a bigger role in that one, and he really didn't. So
You would
uh,
blame Rain Johnson on that one.
yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, that's a whole nother episode. We could go ahead.
Yeah. Just
But,
on that asshole.
That's a YouTube episode. I don't know if I can get anything to that. I'm like, well, look at that. Look at the time. It looks like I gotta go.
But yeah, no, he really made that role his own, and I sincerely hope that they make a season 2 and that he sticks around, because he is perfect for Moon Knight. And the fact that he was able to portray the DID so, like, not only great but respectfully, because I feel like a lot of times actors, when they are given like a role with a disability, they tend to overdo it, or they tend to make it like not jokey, but like, not, they don't take it seriously, and you can tell it through their acting. But he made it his own, and it was amazing. I love Stephen Grant. He's my favorite, and yeah, so Moon Knight is my number 2.
Yeah, he played the parts really well.
Yeah.
Like they looked like different people. It was weird.
Yeah,
Like,
the way he did his
weird.
hair, it was so subtle, but you knew they were different people. Like, it was so great.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get into my number 1. I mean, obviously, is the only one that's left for me is Loki. Now, Loki, I was hyped for it because obviously it's Tom Hiddleston. He's great. Loki's great. And I was also curious on how the hell they're going to bring Loki back. Because when they announced it, I mean, granted, they're not supposed to say anything, but even he was just like, yeah, I don't even know how he's going to come back. So I'm about to find out with y'all. But the fact that they introduced like the whole TVA aspect and the freaking multiverse idea, the concept kind of started with Loki. And I like that now pretty much Loki is like ground level for this saga going forward, because everything's going to revolve around what happened in Loki and the rules that Loki set up.
Now, I have to agree with you because Loki's my number 1.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, Loki's my number 1. It was, but my one thing I have to disagree with you on is where the whole multiversal thing happened. Because there's this debate going on right now.
Are you gonna say it's WandaVision?
No, it's not WandaVision either. There's this debate going on where it's who actually broke the timeline, right? Who actually made that one timeline
into
into the madness, right? Was it Sylvie killing
Kane,
Kane, or was it someone else? Because timeline wise, don't you think it could have anything to do with Ant-Man?
I mean, see, the thing is,
I was honestly would have thought that, honestly.
The thing about Kang, or He Who Remains, whoever you want to call him, that whole part of Loki at the end existed outside of time.
Yeah,
it's, what was it? It was called the End of Time, right? Is that what it was called? That area?
Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
So it existed outside of the MCU timeline. So you can't really say anything there in particular triggered it, because when Kang was talking to Sylvie and Loki, he realized something.
he realized something happened.
Right. So I don't think it was anything in particular. I think he just saw that he couldn't see the future anymore, and that Sylvie was in control now.
See,
or the fact that he gave them a choice to kill him, and they chose it.
Do you want something that's actually really interesting?
Go ahead.
There's a theory going on, and it's actually stitched together. The part of Kang looking out into the future when he sees the thing breaking, it actually is. If you separate it, it's something to do. I forgot who killed who, but I think it was with Wanda killing someone, and if it's snipped together perfectly, where like you can see the way Wanda kills them, and that as soon as the person's dead, Kang literally goes like, "I can't see anything anymore." So there's a theory going on with that.
Yeah, that was a fan theory where they like snipped videos together
to
try and make it seem like, oh, this coincides.
I thought that was funny, but I didn't think that was true. But I just like the snipping part together.
Yeah. I mean, it did look really cool,
Yeah.
but I think it goes deeper. Like, I think it wasn't Sylvie who.
I'm fully with you, Brother Zay. On like, if anyone broke the timeline, I would assume it'd be Ant-Man when they went back.
I mean, we'll see when that movie comes out.
Yeah,
so.
Which I can't wait. It looks awesome.
Yeah, no, that movie's.
Yeah,
I remember when I heard that they were making another Ant-Man. I feel like I do this with every Ant-Man movie. I'm just like, do I really gotta see it? And then I see it, I'm just like, I gotta see it.
Yeah, you have to see it. I thought the same thing. When Ant-Man comes like, it's just Ant-Man. Then I'm like, wow, this is great. I need to see the rest.
Yes.
It's always that trailer that gets you guys.
You see, this is why I watch trailers.
No, I don't. I tell you, I watched that one, and that's it. You know, I'm hooked anyway. It's Marvel.
Yeah,
we're all hooked.
Well, yeah, no,
I got you.
But so that's my number one, and introduce
both your number ones.
Both of our number ones, yeah. No, Kang, he's gonna be a menace.
We were Kangs. Kangs.
So Tay, I think I know what your number one is. So go ahead.
Yeah, my number one is WandaVision.
Yeah.
Honestly, you want the honest truth? I loved WandaVision. I loved all three. The three I put top three are definitely my favorites. WandaVision holds a special place in my heart, mostly because personal. I got to watch it with my roommate. We watched it together, so that's why it's more special to me. She won't ever hear this. She probably won't hear this episode, and we pretend like nothing happened.
You'd be like, "Hey, can you watch just this one podcast that I did?" And then...
Go ahead and clip that, Producer J.
Yes,
I swear on everything.
I don't know her name, but I love. Find her.
You want the honest truth? Producer J, she's not happy with you.
Why? What happened? Why?
She had a title for my solo episode that I forgot to tell you.
Oh,
so I put
that's your.
I did say. I did forget to tell you, and like it was already set and everything was going, and I was like, "Man, fuck it." If she wants to blame Producer J, I'm gonna let it happen.
Damn, you just threw me under the bus.
Damn. I didn't throw you on the bus. She put you on the bus. I just didn't move you.
You just didn't move.
I think it's worse.
You know, like when you see someone about to die, and you could pull the lever. I was like, "Who am I to stop time? Who am I to change the time?"
You started thinking about it.
I was like, "Oh no! Like, what if I do this? Someone else could die. No, who am I to stop this from happening?"
Tisk,
that's
tisk.
terrible.
No, WandaVision is a good choice. Like that's why
I love
that's my
WandaVision. I love WandaVision from like the first episode. Even though I thought it was weird and wacky, I was like, "Oh, this shit's all over the fucking place."
Yeah,
and I love it. Look, I loved it.
It was.
And it got going, and then it became an actual timeline, and then the ending with her saying goodbye to the kids and Vision was spectacular, and like the ending of it leading to more stuff like in the future with the everything. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no.
I was like, yeah, this
like
the
reason why I say it made me cry, because I don't know if this happens to you, Zay, but like anything with kids and parents saying goodbye, it tugs at my heartstrings. Like I can't.
You are a parent. You two are parents. That's why.
Like with Mandalorian season 2, when he had to say goodbye to Grogu, like that. Oh my god, I was a baby that episode.
To make Producer J cry, we just gotta do parents sacrificing themselves.
Yeah,
very easy.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. If you want to make me cry, just bring kids involved. But
it's not a bad trade. It's not a bad trade. We won't judge you.
I mean, you especially can't judge him. You have kids.
That
Right?
I have a child,
One
no
child,
kids.
right?
You
Yes,
have a
don't
child. I'm
don't
sorry.
put all that on me.
You have a child, and I am until unless the future comes calling very fast. I have none, and we're going to keep it that way for a while. No need for me to bring anything into this world. No God.
All right, so it's up to you guys. Do you want to hold off until next episode? We could continue this, or you want to just go straight through and do the movies?
I want to actually. I think we should hold off on it because it's already been an hour.
I know,
which I figured we would do.
I didn't realize how long we were going to talk about this. I thought we were going to do a half hour.
I'll let you know. As soon as you said, "What was your ninth show?" I was like, "Oh, this is going for an hour. We're not going to the movies."
What was your ninth?
I told you. I thought we was going to do Fate worse. The show you didn't like the show you didn't like the most, and the show you liked the most. And I was like, all right, perfect. He was like, "What was your ninth favorite show?" And I was like, "Ninth? Fuck."
Shit, I didn't put much thought into this.
As soon as you said why is this your ninth, I was just like, oh, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah.
I like how we both knew and you had no idea.
I mean, listen, at least we have content.
What do you mean?
This is why I had my son bring my drink. I was like, we're gonna be here.
Bring a cow, come over here.
Yeah.
No, we can let's do the movies next. Let's do the movie the next episode. At least that gives us more episodes to do, fun stuff.
Okay, and we can have Brother Jay on, so that way he can feel participate. Because if he would have been here, no offense to Brother Jay, because I know you're listening, because you listen to every episode.
One of us has to.
You didn't watch the shows, so how will we do this episode? You would have been quiet the whole time.
Okay, in Brother Jay's defense, and I'm gonna say this live.
Oh, now we're defending brothers?
Okay, yes, we are defending brothers.
I am not defending. I am aggressing.
I am attacking. Defending. I'm defending. Okay.
Oh, look, there's that switch again.
Brother Tay didn't watch some of the shows either, so I don't want to hear
some of them.
Yeah, I watched.
He watched more than Brother Jay. He watched more than Brother Jay. I'll tell you that.
I don't even know how many.
Literally,
hold on. We're gonna talk about him anyway. How many did Brother Jay watch anyway?
I don't think he started. I think he started WandaVision. I don't know if he finished it. Because I remember when we were all watching Moon Knight, and he was like, "Yo, WandaVision is actually pretty good." I'm like, "Yo, you just starting it now?"
I just want to let you know, Brother Jay, I'm not standing for this slander.
Oh, that's funny.
It's okay. It's out of love.
I'm not stand for this slander.
Brother Jay, I want you to know that as the slander was getting thrown at you, I decided to sit on the bench and watch.
For once, it's me throwing the shade. So
disrespectful.
I took Brother Tay's position on that.
I want you to know this bench is comfortable as fuck, though. It is warm. The person bought me Kool-Aid. This shit is. I understand why being a bench warmer works out for some people.
Well, anyway, we'll wrap this up here, and instead of going through the whole spiel, I'll just say, go on the link tree in the description. Everything, our socials are all there, so I'll save you time, Brother Tay, because I know you go through the whole.
Look, I do it all the time. The only thing you're stopping is me making that joke about being being the A, not the hard ER.
Yeah.
So I think you're saving this.
So yeah, check out the link tree in the description. Check out the Loading Up podcast, it features all three of us, and we talk about video games, trending topics, and all that shit, all that good stuff. And
we did a thing about the video game awards.
Oh yeah, we talked about the video game awards, battle passes. Actually, as this episode airs, we're going to be recording a new one, so stay tuned for that next week on Tuesday. And yeah, we'll see you then. So
we pushing peas podcasts.
Oh, I was gonna say, what peas?
Yeah, thank you for explaining.
Yeah, he just said we pushing peas. I don't know what that means. Should I censor you?
No, it was like there's a song,
but
should I push I said
mute?
It was a joke technically because Future's an artist. He has a song called Pushing P.
Okay.
And Pushing P, then the P stands for whatever.
He can stand for a lot of stuff today.
Who's gonna ayo that moment?
Yeah, let's pushing porn. I did try to start our OnlyFans earlier today.
that was off screen. We won't get into that.
I do what I want. What are you talking about?
Good night, everybody.
Okay, good night.
Bye.